protocol observed. Good afternoon to you all. I am Katresige Mildred Agnes, and we are here for a theme, what you can call a motion, stating that skilling of the youth in agripreneurship will resolve unemployment in Uganda. I strongly affirm it 100%. There are special quotes. I refer this to it very special because I love agriculture. It says that I would choose a country life which refers to going back in the village or getting a piece of land and go back and farm. The opposers side had a speaker saying that the diversification, requesting for the 45% of the diversification used. Agriculture, agripreneurship is already a diversification. And I would like to inform you that the kiosks that are in place, the buildings that are in place, people forget that the public has to eat. People forget that they have to that they have to carry out what is beneficial than constructing a building that will not give you rent in a perfect time. The organizations, another speaker also asked that which organizations will fund the agriculture, the agripreneurship that you're trying to carry out. We have our sponsors, TAFE. We have NADS, Young Farmers in Africa. When you're telling me that you educate the teachers who are going to skill, the teachers who are going to skill the future teachers of agripreneurship, these companies will come out and will come out and they're like, we are going to support you. They bring that technology to the schools. When I come out of that school, even though I didn't master my physics, chemistry, and mathematics, I can operate that machine because I saw it practically. Agriculture is something that is practical, whereby if I carry it out practically,
requesting every honorable after presenting to put back your mask.
Thank you very much. I'll still continuing. Agripreneurship can also convert agricultural activity and entrepreneurial activity by adopting innovative ideas in agriculture and allied sectors. An agripreneur who is an innovator also drives the changes in rural economy. What do we mean by rural economy? You are in a place whereby people don't have enough employment. They don't have what to eat. You can carry out your agriculture, carry out your entrepreneurship, which is equaling to that, agripreneurship. Afterwards, you sell. You carry out agriculture. At the same time, you're earning money. One way to revitalize, my next view, one way to revitalize and modernize the country's agriculture sector is through agripreneurship, which is a scope than agribusiness. Making the most of the agricultural output means thinking of how to
Honorable Frank, please put it up.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Honorable Mildred, are you doing agriculture at school?
I don't do agriculture. I do foods and nutrition, but at home, we have pieces of land and we carry out agripreneurship.
I asked one question, thank you. And
I decided to reply both.
Is agricultural lessons free of charge?
They are not free of charge.
Thank you.
Honorable Edward, please put it up.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I want you to. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You have not told me as who you are going to put this in place. You have not told me where you are going to get the funds from. You are telling me of NADS. You have not told me as who, and you have not told me where you are going to implement this.
What do you mean by that?
Is the how, when, where question hard?
No.
Thank
Explain
you very much.
your question.
Let me repeat myself.
Yes.
Tell me as who you are going to implement this, where, how.
What do you mean by as who? As
you,
who?
As
Who?
Mildred, so you are coming as Mildred to put agripreneurship in schools or anywhere else?
I can strengthen and put people and put the benefits of agripreneurship into people's brains. That's what you say that I was forcing. I am not forcing. I am trying to reassure people.
Listening is very important.
No, you said it before. You said it before that
thank
we
you,
are forcing.
thank you,
You're
Madam.
welcome.
Thank you.
As I'm concluding, I strongly affirm that skilling the youth in agripreneurship in schools will resolve unemployment in Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you, current speaker, Honorable Agnes Mildred. Allow me to invite the next speaker on the opposer side, Honorable Mwangzi Chris. The floor is yours.
Thank you. All the protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very disappointed by the proposers because they have left the whole house in fire. They have no solution and they have not told us how they're going to implement their projects. First of all, we told them that we have come as the Stanbic Bank and in conjunction with the Uganda Rotary under the government. Ladies and gentlemen, our proposers said that they are going to force us to join agripreneurship. But they have soon forgotten that one man's meat is another man's poison. How are you going to force me into doing things which I don't want? Ladies and gentlemen, we can pick an example from other countries in the world which has a diversified economy. For example, the USA. They are growing at a terrible speed. We are so much disappointed by our proposals because all they are bringing in the house are just fallacies and words. But for us to have come with a diversified economy whereby every category of people are going to be catered for. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about who they are, but still they have no solution for that. I'm disappointed by our third speaker who said that they are coming as Mildred herself. Really, is the parliament a way of view? Is the government a way of view too? Nothing. So we are trying actually, my second speaker talked about tabling the bills in parliament. So they have not told us how clear they are. Who are they? How are they going to implement this? And in which time? Still. So if it is to table their things into parliament, remember we have a lot of bills to settle in parliament. So are they going to tell us that they will fluke all the bills which are over 45 bills in parliament, including the homosexual bills, the tax bills, all of them? So we are still confused on which stand you are. My dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, they were not clear on, they told us, we told them that on our 5 core strategies, that for us we're going to diversify the economy. For us, we are going to put something which is seen by everybody. but for them, what they have is just words only. My dear ladies and gentlemen, for us, our aim is to solve poverty, not unemployment. We are looking at so many people who are employed in agriculture, but they are living under the poverty line. So are you looking at them too? And giving somebody employment does not mean that you have solved the problem of poverty. Still, there are those people who are employed in agriculture, but they are still under the poverty line. I think you understand when I talk about poverty line. So is it okay? My dear ladies and gentlemen, as our aim is to equip the youth with, our aim is to eradicate what we call poverty among the youth, not unemployment. So I think you get to know that. My dear ladies and gentlemen, we all know that if you force somebody to do something, of course, there is going to be inefficiency.
Kellen, please for it up.
Okay, I would like to inquire from the current speaker that are we debating about poverty or unemployment in Uganda? I think having a different motion.
Thank you.
Honorable Frank, please put it up.
Dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to eradicate poverty. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that has been answered by our first speaker. So, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, for us, I've come to conclude that our aim is to make sure that at least everybody in Uganda is living above the poverty line, not just to employ them and just leave them there in the villages. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that their plans is just catering for the people in the villages maybe, but what about those people in the cities who have no land? What about them? So all that is hanging. So you are only catering for those people who have land to carry out agribusiness. So our aim is to diversify our economy like our country. So we shall not go back to those days of colonialism whereby our grandfathers and our grandmothers were forced to do one thing, growing of cash crops. What is this? We are now an independent state whereby everybody is ready to do what he or she wants, not to be whipped by somebody that now you go to agripreneurship because it is why you are going to provide carpet. No, every person has a different mindset. What I know most, I think we all understand specialization. I would specialize in something which I know most. So thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Honorable Chris, for your presentation. Allow me to invite the fourth speaker on the proposer side, Honorable Kellen Katendere. The floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, for the opportunity given to me and the House at large. Okay. Today's motion states that skilling of youth in agripreneurship will resolve the unemployment problem in Uganda. Unemployment problem in Uganda. And I think the opposers are having a different motion. I think they're having resolve the poverty problem in Uganda, because that's what they're debating about. And to continue, we are here to tell the opposers that 77% of the youth in the nearest 2030 to 2050, in the next 2030 to 2050, most of these youth will be unemployed. They'll be suffering from poverty. They'll be food insecure. And if actually don't embrace agripreneurship, then they'll not have an option, because currently in Uganda, we are producing over a million, actually not even over a million, over 100 millions of students are going to universities competing for 80,000 jobs, which actually are not efficient, which actually are not enough at all. So, but if we skill these youths in entrepreneurship skills, then that's how to go. That is going to drive Uganda from unemployment. And it's better we begin now. They've been asking us who is going to implement this. It is you to implement this. You from now, go. Actually, when you leave this debate, go to your farmyard or not. If you're not having land, actually, not everyone who is carrying out agripreneurship is having land. Some people are carrying them from tins, from different kinds of things. So it is you to implement this, and you're telling us that that they will force you into agripreneurship. No one will also using the advantages of agripreneurship. You will go in it forcefully because you will be seeing that you will not go for engineering, you will not go for surgery, you will not go because there are less jobs in there. Because according even to Uganda, we're having a lot of people who have done engineering, who have done different kinds of jobs that you're telling us, even the churches themselves, this COVID opted for agripreneurship. Even the churches themselves, this COVID, they opted for agripreneurship. Why? Because they think it's a way to go. It's way better than sitting down and waiting for people to give you jobs, no? And in Uganda today, we must be job makers than job seekers. Most people are seeking for jobs instead of creating the jobs for themselves. But as if we engage ourselves in agripreneurship skills, we're going to be the job creators of our own selves. Because, and also they raised the question that how many jobs, how many jobs are in agripreneurship, something of the sort. But we're telling them that there are several kinds of jobs in agripreneurship. There are uncountable jobs in agripreneurship. There is baking, you can get seamstress out of agripreneurship. You can be a tailor, you can do a lot. You can grow coffee, you can grow cotton, you can grow a lot of things. You can grow maize, you can grow a lot of things. Uncountable things that will earn you an income than you waiting for a job, than you waiting to sit in an office to be paid. And also, I would like to reback, unless we told them that agripreneurship is the way to go, obviously. Because Uganda itself is having a comparative advantage. Uganda, we are having the good temperatures, we're having the good rainfalls. So if we reskill these youths in agripreneurship, if you tell these youth that if you do this, if you go grow wheat, you do baking, and after this baking, you get money out of it. And if you tell these different kinds of youths that if you do grow cotton, you grow cotton and you make clothes. Because most of us, even this what you're wearing today, it is cotton, is a product of agripreneurship. It's not a product of engineering, it's a product of surgery or something of the sort.
Honorable Prudence, please put it up.
Thank you, Chairperson. Current speaker.
Welcome.
What is your main purpose for solving unemployment?
My main purpose of solving unemployment is to decrease the job seekers in the country.
Honorable Emma, please put it.
Thank you. Now we are solving unemployment so that we are able to live, so that we decrease the crime rate in the nation, so that we do not have to starve on street. It's not all about mounting wealth and money. It's about someone being able to raise themselves, being able to have a living. Thank you.
Honorable Edward, please put it.
Thank you, Madam. I would like to setting up agripreneurship as a separate subject. And what will you do for the youth out of schools?
Actually, we are setting up agripreneurship. We are going to enhance it in the schools. Actually, agriculture and economics is already in schools. Entrepreneurship is already in schools.
You have not answered the question.
It's already in schools. Agriculture and entrepreneurship is already in schools. We are studying commerce.
Thank you.
And entrepreneurship.
The points are meant to be 2. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. To continue, as I was telling the House at large, that if youths enhance food, if youths enhance entrepreneurship, there will be food secured, there will be job, like they will get jobs, they will be secured in many kinds of places. Because right now in the Uganda today, as we're talking about the Uganda today, we're having less jobs. And if these youths are not, and if these youths don't actually go in entrepreneurship skills, Uganda will not be secured, and we shall have a lot of job seekers and more than job makers in the next years to come. And my other point is that if we continue, I would like to advise everyone in this house that starting from today, let's enhance entrepreneurship for a better Uganda. Let's enhance entrepreneurship and and reskill the youth in it. And we tell the youth its advantages, and we tell the youth actually not even, despite, like, leave aside forcing you into it, you yourself will walk into entrepreneurship as long as you're seeing its advantages, you're seeing its benefits. Thank you, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Kellen, for your remarks. Allow me to invite the 4th speaker on the opposer's side, Honorable Robina Prudence. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Chairperson. Protocol observed. My name is Jessa Robina Prudence from Iganga Secondary School, and I'm the 4th opposer. Our resolution today was skilling the youth in agripreneurship to solve the problem of unemployment in Uganda. Now, our dear judges, I want to first of all inform you that we as team opposition, our dear judges, we define skilling as training someone in the field of their passion, our dear judges. And then in addition, we are not against agripreneurship. Agripreneurship is a drop in an ocean for Uganda. Uganda is a developing country. So the vision for team opposition is solving poverty. Our dear judges, they asked us that are we debating unemployment or poverty? But I want to inform you, you may think you're solving, now giving people employment is having a job. Right? And having a job doesn't mean you're living a good life. That is why we ask them that what is your vision for unemployment? You may have a job, but you're not getting enough money to be out of poverty. Because our data is out to inform me that 80% of the Ugandan citizens are actually under subsistence farming. But how many of these are rich? We have over half of them that are actually under the poverty line. So that is why we as team opposition are saying the vision for this resolution is at the end of everything, want to solve poverty, want to help people that are having life whereby they can acquire their essential needs. Now, our dear judges, I want to inform you that we are not actually against agripreneurship because it is a good skill, but they actually came and told us that they want to force people. They actually contradict with themselves. They want to force people into agripreneurship. Are you going to have a generation that now has love for agriculture, not just forcing them into it? Then are they going to develop it in the next future? Because remember, you're just forcing them into it. So after schools, are they going to keep on going with it? Are they going to develop it to higher levels? That is why we ask them, which house are you under? What are you coming with? Where are you getting the funds? Our dear judges, and they didn't say any of that. So where do they leave us, our dear judges? That is where we as team opposition come about and tell you, our dear judges, that first you're supporting diversification. Diversification means agripreneurship is under diversification. We are supporting agripreneurship. We are supporting carpentry. We are supporting different skills. That is why we actually told you that we are working together. The government is going to work with NDC, with National Schools Championship. Our dear judges, Stanbic has put up championships, and different students have come up with different ideas. Remember, we're talking about youth that are innovative, youth that they told us if you have a brain, then you can actually work. That is exactly what we want, because we want to have people that are passionate about the skill they want to. Our dear judges, now the youth are very innovative and they have their own skills they want to develop. So if the government comes together with it, actually supports more of the Stanbic challenge, because it has already helped a lot of youth, by the way. So what if the government helps them more? Our dear judges, in the next 20 years, you're going to have skilled youth, actually in the next 3 years, because already in Stanbic Challenge began in 2016, but you're having already youth that are good at their skills. Now, what did we asked the proposition team that where are they going to get their funds? They didn't actually tell us. We asked them, are they going to get to give a bill to the government? They're telling us they're going to work with organizations. They don't even have the consent of the organizations, so we are not sure about what you're talking about. In addition, our judges, we asked them. We asked them, where are you going to get the market? And they were like, when you grow your crops, you're going to take them to the market. Which market are you talking about? We are talking about developing a country. We are talking about a developing country, that is Uganda. We want to have people that are producing high quality goods. Actually, we want to put up diversification in a way that when someone does agripreneurship, not alone agripreneurship, this is going to cause competition, because you're competing with someone doing carpentry, you're competing with someone who is doing feminine accessories, you're competing with someone who is doing actually saloon. So our that is what we are saying as team opposition. First, we are going to go with diversification, because agripreneurship is under us. Whatever reasons they have given us, the good advantages of agriculture, we do not disagree. We are okay with agriculture, because the truth is, at the end of everything, every man needs food in their stomach. So we are not against it, but you want to have people just doing agriculture? Don't you want to have bankers? Then where are we going to have people that are representing the country in other things? Do you want to actually, Uganda's backbone is agriculture. Where has it led us? In 1916, Uganda was actually having the same economic development with Korea, but right now Korea has used innovation as their co-development, and they're far away from us. Question allowed. You're wasting my time, thank you. So our judges, in addition, we as team opposition, we asked them how they actually told us they're going to sustain.
Emma, please put it on.
Subsistence farming is the growing of crops for home use and actually selling a few to other people. Thank you so much.
The main reason for subsistence farming, Madam Chairperson, happens to be home consumption.
No, we are not against agripreneurship.
Agripreneurship is business linked. It's not home consumption.
No, we are not against
Thank
it.
you
We
so
are very
much.
okay with we are very okay with agripreneurship's goals. That is solving hunger. That is developing our country, but we're saying we should diversify as a country. We should not only settle on skilling the youth into something they don't want. We ask them how many of them are actually practicing agriculture. And they say they know agriculture, but they are not practicing it. So what do they mean by that? You're wasting my time. In addition, our dear judges, I want to sum up this debate by telling you that we as team opposition are not saying because the theme for this, the theme for this debate is killing the youth in schools for the world of work. For the world of work to have employment, to solve poverty. Our dear judges, solving unemployment does not necessarily mean you're going to solve poverty. But when you solve poverty, you're going to solve unemployment, because you're going to have a person who has got enough money. She's going to employ other people. So we sum up by saying, our judges, that diversification may preserve wealth, but preservation builds wealth. Thank you so much.
Honorable Kellen, please put it up.
Okay, I would like to inquire from the current speaker that how many youths have gotten jobs from the Stanbic Bank,
so much.
From that you're telling us.
You're welcome.
And those different kinds of
our
services.
judges, I want to inform you that last year by December, 21% of Uganda's population was under the poverty line. Do you know what it means by 21%? That is 11 million people under the poverty line. 11 million people.
Madam Chairperson,
more than 1 million a day. Our judges, we have actually 400,000 youths that are getting out of the universities per year. But our judges, I want to inform you that there are only 9,000 jobs available. We are at the 391,000 remaining. These people are unemployed. That is why we are solving the vision for this whole thing. Is solving poverty, because when you solve poverty, you're going to have people that are solving unemployment. That is the issue. We are not against agripreneurship. It is a drop in an ocean. It is under our diversification. It is a skill, and we want to develop it. But you want to force people into something they don't want. Then how far are we going to go with the country when we're just forcing youth into things they don't really want? So our judges, with that, we as team opposition rest our case by saying we have actually won the debate, because diversification is including agripreneurship, and that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Prudence, for your presentation. Allow me open up the debate to our virtual audience. Honorable Jaden, if on call, Honorable Jaden. Allow me to take up another speaker from the proposer side, a floor speaker who attended virtually, Honorable Victoria Noella. The floor is yours. We are with her here. Honorable Victoria Noella, the floor is yours.
All protocol observed. Good afternoon to you all. I come here strongly supporting and proposing the motion. First of all, yeah, I know most of you are seeing it as absurd because I'm a secretary, but I was touched by the way the opposers were taking this. You guys, your main point is diversification. Because literally, your fourth speaker said, we are not against agripreneurship. You are not against it. Our theme is we are trying to skill the youth in agripreneurship. We are not saying that we want all youth in Uganda to go under agripreneurship. We accept the consent that you want them under other economic activities, like you said, like banking. And excuse me, the fourth speaker, you said something about poverty line. You said we have 21 people under the poverty line. And you guys said forcing people into agripreneurship. That is not the point. We want people to get to know the knowledge behind agripreneurship. We are trying to skill them so that they know that through agriculture plus entrepreneurship, and literally after you said something weird, something weird that got me. Yes, you said something, then after you said everyone needs to eat. Yes, you said agriculture has led us nowhere in Uganda. What do you eat? Food from where? From people's gardens. And literally, you're also saying that where has agriculture got us? Pardon me, some countries get their food from Uganda. And then you asked something about who was going to fund this thing. Let me tell you, it comes from within you, the youth who want to be employed. Now let me give you an example of this Legend War program that is right now being sponsored by Parliament. It came as just as an idea and a suggestion from a footballer, but they took it up and it is now a program that is being sponsored by Parliament. So since we want youth to get skilled in agripreneurship, we can actually make us there. And you asked us as who? As civilians of Uganda, we can do it. Yes, and Honorable Frank, you were actually saying something that, no, sir, it was Honorable Edward. You guys, you were saying about poverty. Poverty is everywhere, even in these well-developed countries. But we want agripreneurship to help produce unemployment where we shall start earning. Not that because you've started earning, you'll stop being poor. No, sir. We are trying to improve our standards of living. So, I rest my case. Yes.
Frank?
I don't know whether this is part of the debate, but I'm going to sum up all your statements in just something like 3 words. All you said are called casual causations and contradictions, because you were talking about that my current speaker said 21 people are under the poverty line. My dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, that is a casual causation because she never talked about 21 people. They do not listen. My dear, allow me please answer you because you asked.
POI, so you had around 15 seconds, so it's done. I didn't say 21 people. I said 21% of the population.
I rest my case then.
Yes, dear. Thank you. Yes, please.
Yes, Honorable Emma.
Thank you yet again. Now, I do not know about the poverty line and the 20%, but one thing I know, I'm a person who looks at future prospects. I'm a person who looks at where am I? I said something about 2030, 2050, and the opposition put it down. With due respect, 2030, 2050, with all your Stanbic Bank, if you do not get serious, it's not all about forcing you. I'm telling you, the nation Uganda will be down with food insecurity, with unemployment. Someone said something about having brains and open-minded and do businesses. Businesses is in agriculture. Coffee is leading way in Uganda. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, by the way, I had even forgotten something. You guys asked about organizations, and she said we have no knowledge about the organizations. Yes, madam. As far as you're concerned, do you know that we have organizations that have tried developing our agriculture sector? Yes, you said that we shall work through our organizations, but we have no knowledge about them. She said NADS. Yes, NADS. We have, I'm not sure how they pronounce this word. Tafe, I guess. We have Youth Future Farmers. But madam, okay guys, thank you, I rest my case.
Thank you, current speaker, Honorable Victoria Noella. Allow me to take up the next opposer, Honorable Brenda Ramba. Okay, a bit of change. Allow me to take up the next opposer, Honorable Tusiwa.
Them, but they'll do it when they want. And they can get some money other than sitting in offices waiting for money. Thank you for listening.
Honorable.
Honorable Tusuwa, please repeat your points.
Tusuwa, have your hand raised. Tusuwa, have your hand raised. Teachers talking about what Honorable Prudence said about employing more people. Saying that it also adds people just because they may also want to do that job, not forcing them, and they may want it other than just waiting in offices, waiting for money. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Honorable Tusuwa, for your presentation. Allow me to invite the next proposer, Honorable Hannah Amanyire. The floor is yours.
Can you get me very well?
Anna, go on.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson, Timekeeper, Secretary, and the two opposing teams. I'm on the proposition side, and I just want to come about and say of the motion that says that skilling of the youth in agripreneurship will resolve the unemployment problem in Uganda. How can this agripreneurship skilling of youth with it solve the problem of unemployment? As you can see, the population in the entire world, not only mostly in Uganda, is increasing day by day, which in agripreneurship, we shall need to have jobs for people to come and work on. And most people do not prefer to be like, they want to be the ones to own the job. They want to be the employers. They want to be employed, self-employed. So how this problem can be solved, how unemployment is solved, if we skill the youth in agripreneurship, they will end up constructing different companies from just something small, a simple tomato garden can bring someone to a larger position in life, and that person is going to employ even more. So we shall not be having the people who are unemployed on the streets, but instead we're going to have people in factories working every day. Agripreneurship may be, someone spoke of tiresome and it is torture or something like that. If we have that mindset that it is torture, it is going to be torture, because nothing comes free of charge. These people who are talking of wealth, you cannot get wealth because of something so simple. You have to go through a path of like hard work, then finally you'll reach your goal. If you really want to be wealthy and you're after making money in a lazy way, that's not real wealth. Hard work, and first hard work, then it will be worth it in the end. The agripreneurship is going to promote employment if youth are skilled with it. Yes, it's an optional subject at the school, but think of it in this way. It is optional. Are you choosing to support your country and bring out the vision in your head? Which kind of Uganda do you want to live? Let's put it in this way. Which kind of Uganda do you want to live with? If you have a vision that you want to live in a society where everyone is after promoting no pollution, is after promoting good health and for everyone, then you're going to end up choosing agriculture, and from agriculture, agripreneurship. It promotes social and economic development. Having agripreneurship, we are going to have to come together for us to promote it. If we want to promote something, we need to implement it, we have to come together. It will start yes with one person, but if that one person has the knowledge and the skills after being taught agripreneurship, can bring other people together and promote social development. In a district, people come together and always like they work together with like they have a garden for like the whole village, and everyone has turns in working. Slowly by slowly, this village is going to rise up, and then from there you hear that this is the village in the whole of Uganda that promotes agriculture. It promotes economic development. Coffee is leading us in Uganda. It is enabling us to sell and get more money, and this is all because of agripreneurship. Since agripreneurship is a mixture of agriculture and entrepreneurship. So if you mix them both together, you're doubling the win-win. You're going to have to, there will be a problem solver. You're only working in the garden, but when you work in your garden, you see a problem that you're facing and you're going to know how to solve it. A problem in the village that can be solved by the need of agriculture, you're having the knowledge and skills to solve it. Just because you were skilled, taught by teachers or by parents, guardians, whoever, and now you know agripreneurship properly. So if we can follow and like people learn that it's optional, not because that people want to take it, but it's optional, so that you can have your vision that you want this kind of Uganda, and then you're going to choose agriculture and you're going to work towards that goal. Believe me, you won't go back on your decision. Yes, you will sometimes feel like going back, but you won't, because you know you're determined and you're going for something big. That's what I had, and I rest my case for here.
Thank you, Honorable Hannah. Allow me invite Honorable Samuel from the opposer side as our last speaker in this debate. Honorable Samuel, the floor is yours.
Are you still hearing me? Hello? Samuel, go on. Samuel, go on. Yes, I would like to answer Mr. Honorable Edward's question. That he said that other people do not want to carry out agriculture due to lack of land. That's not a serious case, because you can get a neighbor who has a big piece of land and you freeze rent. If not so, you remember the first wave of COVID-19. Many people who are renting houses, who stay in rentals, they use it to plant vegetables in some bags of cement. So you just have to be with some knowledge and you carry out agriculture. You don't need a big piece of land to carry out what you want. Even the little that you want. Hello? Samuel, continue. Samuel, I would like to go to Honorable Frank. He was asking that how can one who's carrying out agriculture can be paid? You can be paid, for example, if you grow if you have a piece of land and you grow maize, you just sit on that maize and get money. If not so, you can even grow beans and sell the beans and get money. So that's how you can be employed. That was my view, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, current speaker, Honorable Samuel. Thank you for your presentation. Allow me to take up two more speakers. Honorable Dorothy Kays from the proposer side. The floor is yours.
Side, and I just wanted to add or just add something that I have heard from the opposition side. One thing I want to assure our audience is that agricultural businesses have really boosted Uganda's economy. When I remember in primary, they used to tell us that agriculture is the background, is our backbone. Agriculture, let me just speak about it in this COVID-19 situation. it's the only business that is booming right now. Are having all the businesses, they have lost market. Like, let me say, food. Everybody wants food. One is going to think about maybe carpentry. Nobody is going to think about being a lawyer in this situation. Everybody wants food, and food is becoming highly expensive. People are seeking for means of status of being alive, not of maybe money. I realize that our speakers are now being money-based businesses, not, let me say, on survival skills. Agriculture, everybody can do agriculture. That's because there are people who have now started minimizing such a business. Agriculture builds our confidence. I can set up an agriculture thing, and I know that I have studied it, and I know that my children will also continue doing it. Agriculture is something that assures you of giving or providing for you food. It's something that it is there to assure you for every situation. When my child is sick, I know that I have. I have seen that requesting me to video call. To continue, agriculture. In other words, what I'm trying to portray is that agriculture is really a very useful thing here. Right now, it's the thing that in and out of season, it is really beneficial. We shouldn't only think of money based things. It's only survival skills. This thing has been there and it will always be there. It was there even before generations. So I advise that whatever those guys are discussing, who like to that people who are never opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Dorothy, for your presentation. Allow me to pick up our last speaker, Honorable Rina Maria Nalule, from the opposite side.
I'm by the name of Nalurina Maria, and I'm here to oppose the motion. I'm opposing this motion because of my following views. My first point is poor attitude by the youth against agriculture. You cannot promise me that you can tell a person to do something which is not in his or her heart. Want to carry out agriculture. My second, like those jobs where you get which carry out such businesses which earn more money.
example, if you are rearing, for example, pigs, to get money to treat them, but there are some jobs which which do not get much money. For example, banking does not need, and you just sit there at the end of the month.
Thank you, proposers and opposers, for putting up your points. Allow me call up one of our judges to come and take up our floor.
Our dear chairperson of this August Assembly, your cabinet, the table of judges, the two competing teams, ladies and gentlemen, allow me take this singular honor to congratulate you upon the success of this wonderful debate. Can we clap for ourselves? We thank you, chairperson, and your team for handling this debate and handling it well. We thank you, the proposers and the negators, upon your wonderful deliberations. Surely you're national builders. I saw young men and young women submit very, very pertinent issues to the development of this country, and I want us to laud them again. From us, the judges, of course, we were impressed with the quality that was displayed. We were impressed by the submissions and the arguments that were raised towards the building of this nation. And we can only say that the future is going to be bright. Whosoever side shall win, let it not be a denigration of either that may not win today. You are not losers at all. It is just that the other team probably did a better job for the day. And I am sure if it were given another day, maybe the one team that has lost today could probably win. So let us understand that it is just that the other team may be prepared better, maybe just had a better day, maybe just enjoyed the meal that was prepared for lunch. This could also be a reason. Let it not mean that the side you represented has lost. It has not. I hope I am understood up to that level. All right, I'll mention a few things. The resolution, skilling of the youth in agripreneurship will resolve the problem of unemployment in Uganda. To us, as the judges, we understood it as an ACTA resolution. ACTA to mean, what is the problem? The problem is unemployment. And what is going to solve unemployment? Skilling the youth in agripreneurship. In this resolution today, the affirmative role was simple. Skilling the youth will solve the problem of unemployment. Regardless of all the other actors, skilling the youth will solve the problem of unemployment. And that does not task the affirmative team to say explicitly that it is only skilling the youth in agripreneurship. I think the affirmatives of the day never realized that part of the resolution, that the resolution is open. As long as skilling the youth is one of the problems that will reduce unemployment, by the way, which is right, it is one of the solutions. The affirmative team's role was simply to clearly space and state that will it solve unemployment? Yes. Proving that beyond reasonable doubt would win the day. But the affirmatives had a better trick of tricking the affirmatives to nail themselves and say, no, it is the only way to go. It is the only solution there is. And as a result, somehow, somewhere, they had to do more than what was really required. And at one point, I think, found themselves in a fix. They were pushed to the wall. They carried more weight than they ought to have carried. As I give my response as a judge, somehow, somewhere, I am aiding my audience to understand our judgment. Ladies and gentlemen in this august assembly, by virtue of powers conferred upon me, allow me mention the best speakers of this debate. Taking position number 4, I apologize. There is something I left behind. Is the first speaker negative? And that is Honorable Mwebaze Frank. Position number 3 is the second speaker negative, and that is Honorable Biriso Edward. Yes. Position number 2 is the first speaker affirmative, and that is Honorable Mulungi Julia Emma. And the best speaker of the day is none other than the fourth speaker negative, and that is Honorable Robina Prudence Jassa. And by virtue of the powers conferred upon me, allow me make mention that because this team stood in better position to acknowledge agripreneurship as one of the actors to fight against unemployment in Uganda, but not an all-in-all, which was the stand taken by their counterparts, an argument that they could not stand to defend beyond reasonable doubt, and exposed themselves to queries that they could not answer. The negative team take the day. I thank you. I thank you again. And I want to encourage the affirmative team. You're very good debaters. Keep this up.
All right, thank you so much. The team that has been taking us through this session of the debate. Want to call upon the House to give them, I don't know which you can give them. Should we give them flowers or parliament? Let's give them parliament, and parliament, you 1, 2, 3, we go. Thank you, thank you. And the team that has been in front here, the chairperson and your entire team, we thank you so much. I've been reminded that as we plan to end this session, the engineering solution, they have something to show us out there. And I want to remind the audience that is in the virtual space that from here we'll be heading out. So I encourage you to remain on your cameras, on your phones, and you're going to see our next session is going to be out of this room. So the audience that is here, we are going to move out, and the audience that is in the virtual space, we encourage you to get a better position. We are entering another very exciting session. I thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you from the debate. Our next session, like told by Mr. Masaba Elisa, is looking at the machinery outside. There is a number of agricultural implements that have been brought by Engineering Solutions, and we want the team here to take us through what they have brought. It's quite an educative session. So let's gently move outside so that we can have a look at it there. The debaters, thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, us go out. Start the team all kind of means. I should be on here. We also moments. So please my check. Uh, Mike. Hello. Take us the of this use of this above. We shall take a moment from Mr. Mweswe.
Sorry. Ati wedda ngamba wedda following na you one.
To look for 30% of 62 million. Then when you contribute your 19 or 20, or 19 million, you have it with you. We give you, of course, a pro forma. You will go to the bank, you present the pro forma, and then the bank will start processing for you. They will do the evaluation and ABC, and then they will, once you qualify through their processes, they will buy for you the tractor from us, which tractor you will take home. Oh, yeah.
Let me just add on before he goes away from that point. There is a very good product which they are giving, where actually government pays. You pay a deposit of about 30%, I think, but then the rest of the money is paid by government through Post Bank. And I think then you're supposed to pay for that money in 3 years. You agree with the 2 years or 3 years, but I think maybe 4 years, but it's an average 3 years. It's a very good arrangement which I've made for some farmers, and it's so good because then what some of the farmers do is that they buy this machinery through this hire purchase arrangement, and then they work on their farms. But because this to get something out of this farm benefit is you keep on paying. I think you can pay once, I mean, every 6 months or every 4 months or every 3 months. They hire out, and then so they keep on paying that debt. And before you know, they have, and some have actually bought one tractor. After about 1 year, they buy another one. So it's a very good arrangement, and the interest, because government pays, it's a government arrangement, is not that high. So you can, and it definitely makes you, and you're dealing with a new tractor. I just wanted to add on, chip in.
I hope, have I answered any? In terms of servicing, you had mentioned something to do with servicing. Yeah, so what we do for these tractors, once you buy these tractors, we give you warranty, first and foremost. We give you warranty, 1 year warranty. And 2, we are able to provide what we call a service plan. So for these brand new tractors, we'll give you a 2-year service plan. 2-year service plan. That means for 2 years, you're not going to spend on service. Service means, the way you take a vehicle for servicing. So, not the tires and the breakdowns, the technical breakdowns, just the service. So for 2 years, you have to forget. You simply have to alert us, my tractor is due for service. And we will send a technician to where the tractor is. You don't have to bring the tractor to the organization. So that is arranged idea. And also for the service centers you mentioned, we have across Uganda different service centers where if you are in, say, Nwoya, or you are in Mbale, or you are in Sironko, or you are in Imbarara, we have centers where we can send technicians right there to your farm. Yeah, and they will work on you so that you save time, because time is money, especially if you want to benefit from this. Yeah. Yes.
No more questions. Yeah, just to add on that, really, members, one of the most important things that we must adapt and adopt ourselves, but also the other people that we talk to now, that most of us are teachers, but whoever is listening, is that without mechanization, there's no way we're going to improve on agriculture. And not talk about engineering solutions, because I do work with them, but the truth is they're very good service providers of almost all mechanical solutions in agriculture for small land, medium, and even large. But also now that we've got this package of a loan service working with other partners in development, we also with government, it's something which I think we really need to advocate for making agriculture timely in terms of preparation, as really we've been taught, and planting in time and processing and making money in time with mechanization. This is a reliable company. The equipment is quite good, durable. The after service, indeed, as you asked, are available. Spare parts are available. And when you get something, it's genuine, it's new, genuine, and they get this from different reliable suppliers with whom they really work. So it is something which personally I want to advocate for. Definitely something that I advocate for schools. Here in Gayaza, part of that equipment is ours. And once you got the tractor and implement, things just went different. We've almost plowed every area that is plowable. Before it was a challenge. You put men, as you finish one area, the other one is already bushy, and you got a challenge. But mechanization, and then we're also helping other farmers around. So for schools, it is something that is very good to have, and eventually find ways of paying for this equipment. Because here we do hire that equipment. Of course, it's monitored, but we do hire it and hire it out. So we get some proceeds, and it's a great help.
Also, just to mention, these tractors now can be monitored. You can put a tracker, so you can monitor and know where it is. No, we will install it for you. Okay, of course, the customer will have to pay some service charge, which is negligible money for location tracker, to know where your tractor is, and you can easily choose to switch off the engine if you like, if the person is not in a clear place. Yeah, you can monitor it on your phone. So that is also happening with tractors now, and that we can install for you for free. Yeah, you don't have to incur that cost. What the only cost probably that you may incur can be the service charge later on, after the warranty or the time that we have given is due. Then also for people that are interested in something that I've forgotten to mention, the milking machines as well. If you have 4 cows, 10, 20, you can use a milking machine actually to milk the cows. You can send off that mularu, or that person who is not handling your cows well, or if their hygiene is not high level. So you can always send them away, and then you have that person that can really manage the machinery for you, and you will have the milk that you need, especially if you're looking into getting some money out of milk and to scale it up. Yeah, so we also have those ones. Depending on the cows that you have, we can always advise on how many, or the ones that you may need. Yeah, surely.
The milking machine, causes of diseases that can be caused by bad milking and hygienic conditions, as I have mentioned, which are overcome by machinery. One of the major, very expensive diseases is called mastitis. And it comes from outside because the bacteria travel through the teat canals, and it affects the whole udder or quarter of the udder if you're not very careful. And really with animals, as you improve in the quality of the animals that you have, an animal that milks about 40 liters per day, if you got about 10 of them, these men, even if you may blame them, it's hard work. So here we're using a machine for milking, and the men are much very happy by that machine. So the little thing that they do is to finish the milk, but otherwise the machine greatly helps. And you avoid losing animals, which would be very good, simply because the another is gone. And at times when mastitis strikes, and it's a very expensive disease to treat, a whole quarter goes, or half of it, or the whole other, you've lost the animal. So machine milking is also a way to go. And the machinery that we have here can use both, either petrol or electricity. So it's quite good. And they've got 1 unit, 2 units. This one we have here is 4 units. And so it's the company has really been flexible to the needs of the farmer in Uganda for quite a long time.
Otherwise, thanks for the ones that have been watching or have tuned in to listen to what we had to offer. And we look forward to any more questions and whatever it is that you may ask. We are available the whole week. so we'll be able to handle as the question leads. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Mr. Kaziva. Mr. Kaziva, I don't know if you can hear. Yeah, students and the entire community that has been in the virtual space. I also want to thank the team that has been here at Gayaza High School, especially the students that had to travel from wherever they were to come for the national. Also to take the same opportunity to congratulate the team that was debating here, especially the ones that eventually become the winners of the debate. And I want to thank the teachers who have been here from Saturday and they're trying to make ends meet here. I want to thank the technical team, the media heart team, whichever team that has been here. And I want to call it to an end today. We've tried so much, and you people, we thank you for your patience. We want to end it here till tomorrow. And Mr. Kaziba, I'll be leaving it back to you to talk to the students. If possible, you can share with them what will be coming up next tomorrow in the respective WhatsApp groups. We are also going to display highlights of what we intend to have tomorrow here in the rooms. I thank you. I thank everyone who has been part of this from morning. Thank you so much. Back to you, Mr. Kaziba.